About the environmental issues, which is deforestation. We will explain why it is such a strong problem in these times and why we should start taking actions to make a change to our planet and how we could combine to other to be able to make a change. Other things that we will talk about in this evidence, we will give our opinion and reviews on the subject, and we will explain the current situation. Deforestation is when humans remove or thin forests to lumber or to use the land where we trees stood for cropping.
It causes sedimentation and the leakage of nutrients into bodies of water. The loss of flora in a territory causes the loss of different species, since 70% of the animals and plants in our country has approximately 64 million hectares of temperate climate forests and jungles that cover 32% of the national territory. Additionally, the country has 56 million hectares of scrubland and about 2 million hectares of vegetation. Such resources are of great importance of the country from social, economic, and environmental point of view. Forests are essential for the earth to function as they retain large amounts of carbon and release oxygen. Likewise, they influence the rains, filter fresh water, prevent floods, and prevent soil erosion. The rates of deforestation suffered by our country are alarming. The accelerated destruction of forests has placed a great variety of species of flora and fauna that depend on the ecosystem in a state of emergency. According to the data from the Center for Social Studies and Public Opinion of the Chamber of Deputies, Mexico occupies one of the first places in deforestation rates in the world. Official estimates show a loose wood vegetation in recent years about 1.0.
Conclusion. What we learn from the evidence that we decide to talk about deforestation because we believe that this is a very important issue that not many people pay attention to, and we believe that this must be a change because without trees we will be nothing and there will be no life. And now that we investigated the subject in depth, my college and I give ourselves a clearer idea of how strong the problem is and make us more aware of the things that we do to damage the environment and contribute to deforestation. And we hope that with this video, more people can also aware of how strong the problem is and it's necessary to make a change now. Point of view. I think this topic is very important because the world we live in this is the future and we are destroying it. We have to stop cutting trees and killing nature because if we see it from a different perspective, it's not as necessary as paper. Paper comes from the trees and currently with so much technology, paper is not necessary because we can simply replace it with a word. Cows. It is a change in land used to convert forests into pastures or fields for cultivation. And another of the main causes of deforestation is humans for the use of our services, and humans remove or thin forest for lumber or to use the land where the trees stop for crops, grazing, extraction, meaning oil or gases, or development as population increase and people migrate. Effect: global warming, since without trees, CO2 remains in the atmosphere and the well-known greenhouse effect occurs. Solution: reduce the pressure of agricultural expansion on natural forests, which implies stabilize and rationalize the use of land through eliminate illegal alluvial gold meaning and mind pollution. How do we prevent deforestation? The plantations should help reduce